This Pit Boss podcast is brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Easily found on Route 213 in Kennedyville on Maryland's Upper Eastern Shore. The hard-to-find guns, the ammunition that's non-existent today, Molly's has you covered. Plus, much, much more. Molly's is your one-stop destination with Molly's Restaurant, Molly's Mart, and Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Visit them online at mymollys.com, MYMOLLYS.com. Fuel your adventure at Molly's. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set, please. As I take a deep breath, a very happy Tuesday to you. This is podcast 27. Thank you for tuning in. Got a little bit of everything going on here, maybe a tad bit noisier than the rest of the podcast, but the mics I'm using actually are pretty good, I think so, at least from my perspective, they're good. So, mixed emotions today. It's bonus day 18 of 24. And I did not go this morning. We did go yesterday, but I did not go today. A 2-day hunt. Gave him the option yesterday because of only shooting one bird yesterday. And things being, as I like to say, well, I don't like to say it, but I often say as advertised. So this was not as advertised. So found a backup plan for him. Still haven't heard if that backup plan has worked out for him yet this morning, but fingers crossed that it did. And or at least worth their effort. A better effort put forth there than, not that I don't put effort forth, but their effort to get with me. So I have officially pulled the plug on my 2021-2022 waterfowling guiding season. Doesn't mean I'm not going to hunt. Just means I'm done guiding. So at least for the next 6 days, it will take off a little bit of the anxiety / pressure / anxiety. I'm ready. I can for at least for the next 6 days, I won't be feeling the pressure. So of knowing that it wasn't going to work out, or more than likely not going to work out. So today's the first day Karen got out of bed before I did. So since really early October. So I guess good for her, good for me, or good for us both. But I laid there for a little while. But at 2 a.m., actually 2:15, I was kind of wide awake. So my alarm goes off at 2 o'clock usually. But again, I want you to, excuse me. Let me take a drink here. Kind of jacked up on coffee and Diet Dew. But I do want to take the time to thank you for following along with us this season, whether it be on Instagram at Pitboss Waterfowl, YouTube.com/Pitboss Waterfowl, or there.com/Jeff Coates. Facebook, you can find me, my personal account, Jeff Coates, and or at Pitboss Waterfowl. And the new Patreon account is fired up, patreon.com/Jeff Coates. So, again, appreciate you following along with us this year. We still have more to do. Lots and lots more to do. Did that say a lot more? Lots more? More? What did I just say? But yeah, lots more to do. So plenty of content to come. I want to take a side note and talk about Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Take advantage right now from this date to January 31st, 2022. Everything in the store that is clothing, footwear, and or waders is 50% off. If you can't get the Molly's and you want to take advantage of this 50% savings on all clothing, footwear, and waders, go to mymollys.com, MYMOLLYS.com. My big list of things to do today, I made a radio commercial, so here it is. Fuel your adventure at Molly's and take advantage of their 50% off all clothing and footwear, as well as the end of season sale, 15% off all decoys in stock. Take advantage of this savings from now until January 31st. From brands like Banded, Drake, North Face, Avery, Hook, Arc'teryx, Frog Togs, Extra Tough, Lacrosse, Red Wing, Crocs, Avian X, and many, many more. Molly's is easily found on Route 213 in Kennedyville, Maryland, or take advantage of these savings online at mymollys.com. MYMOLLYS.com. While at the store, don't forget to fuel your adventure at Molly's Restaurant. Authentic home-style cooking, as well as Molly's Mart. Beer, bourbon, gasoline, and diesel fuel, they've got you covered. So fuel your adventure at Molly's in Kennedyville, Maryland. Again, 50% off all clothing, footwear. Oh, I forgot one. All clothing, footwear, waders in stock, in the store, or online. And 15% off. It's a season end sale, 15% off all decoys. Avian X decoys, 15% off of the decoys that they still have in stock. So check them out, mymollys.com. Thank you, Molly's. The Patreon, I've mentioned it already a couple minutes ago, but we are giving away for next season 4 spots in 4 seats for the nicest seats in the duck hunting world. I've been told. That's not my opinion. It's what I've been told. I get told daily. But 4 of the nicest seats, one is open for you. Get to patreon.com/Jeff Coates. If you become a patron at the largest level, number 3, you'll be in the drawing for a Seaduck hunt, as well as you'll be in the drawing for a surf scoter decoy. A new surf scoter decoy. Let me take some more Mountain Dew. A new surf scoter decoy that I'm going to start carving here very shortly. So, and speaking of carving, I'm going to rewind again. Patreon.com/Jeff Coates. There's 3 different levels, and all the levels have value. So check it out. But level number 3, you get yourself a chance to win a 1-day Seaduck hunt. There's a seat in the world's largest duck boat for you. Decoy carving, I got to get on it, man. It's something I really, really want to do. I didn't finish everything that I had last year, and I need to get it on and make it happen. So decoy carving, and the Peerless Road move, once that's done, that's going to help me greatly with the decoy carving. I made notes today, so I'm just running down through my notes and making sure that I try to cover everything. I'm trying to not be tongue-tied, as well as stay on topic and not go off on my tangents that I like to do. Peerless Road, the list there. I actually called this morning about dumpsters. We got one more good load of, quote, junk to get off the property, so I did call about that. I found a little bit more, found the current price of the sand, 50/50 sand clay mixture, compactable material that I'm going to put down more as the base of the driveway before we put the crush and run on top. I have the new pond plans in the works. Talked with surveyor engineer last week about that, so I'm trying to stay ahead of it instead of behind it, like I feel like we were very behind it last year. So the pond is going to create 2 things. Number 1, it's going to create a pond, so hopefully we can attract some waterfowl. And at the very least, Rye's going to love swimming in it, so either way, it's going to work out really well. If Rye really does enjoy it, which I know she will, it's probably not going to be good for waterfowl, but possibly we get a couple of calling mallards. That might help out. Wood duck boxes offered to me last night, so possibly we could get wood ducks to visit the box. Neighbor across the street has a pond. He has 3 wood duck boxes up, and they're full of eggs. Well, not now, but during the season, the nesting season, they are full of eggs. So I feel confident possibly we could track some type of waterfowl out of the pond. The second benefit is it's going to give us plenty of fill. Man, the coffee and Mountain Dew's getting me. Plenty of fill for the pad site building. We need about 250 cubic yards. And at my rough calculations, I was thinking my pond that I was going to do, and again, my math is not good, I was about 800 cubic yards. So, and lastly, we'll be able to get a small berm behind the pond and Whaleyville Road. We're also going to put some jolly green giant trees. So, yeah, my next note about the building is the footprint keeps getting larger and larger, which means the price keeps increasing. Not exponentially, threw that word in there, not exponentially, but the price increases as the footprint increases, obviously. So, it's all good, though. I take a deep breath lots, but I am trying to concentrate and stay on topic. So, that's what's going on at Peerless. Coming up here, next week? Next Tuesday is February 1st. And we are off, not on the 1st, but we're off to Seaduck. We're going to go have our bad experience, our bad lodge experience, our bad snow goose experience. B period, capital B period, capital A period, capital B period. Bad. Seaduck, Buster Cooper. Looking forward to going to fly into Memphis. I've got to visit, and Karen's on board, I've got to visit Beale Street. So we're going to Memphis to Seaduck Lodge for our bad experience. And hopefully snow geese cooperate. So he keeps sending me videos. He sent me some nice videos last night from the fire pit outside as the sun was going down with snow geese everywhere. So that's the first thing on board for us in February. And then probably once I get home, really going, hey, I want to rewind a second. Beale Street. I'm really looking forward to going to Beale Street. So I think we'll probably spend too much time on Beale Street on our way out, but looking forward to visiting at least one Beale Street bar. Once home, number one priority is going to be Peerless, which I've already talked about. Number two will be Decoys. At least getting into that mode of the decoy making, switching gears. And lastly, I'm really gonna try to take advantage of our conservation season right here in Atlantic Flyway, specifically Maryland and Delaware, for snow geese. I want to rewind. I think that I'm just old, and I don't want to sound like the old guy, but I am just going to be the old guy. The very first season that I ever attempted to snow goose hunt, which was successful, I was in Kent County, Maryland. The limit was 4 birds. So it sounds kind of crazy today. And again, maybe that was how long ago it was, or how old I am, or I don't know what, but the snow goose limit was 4 birds. And then quickly, I jumped the state line and started going in Bombay Hook. Still probably a 4-bird limit the first year I was in there, and then as I recall, it went to a 5-bird limit, went to an 8-bird limit, I believe a 10-bird limit, 15-bird limit, 15 birds, and then 20 birds, what it is today. But yeah, I had some really good times snow goose hunting, really great experiences. Donald Hughes, he afforded me plenty of good snow goose opportunity, and at the same time, I hope I've afforded him to get back into Bombay Hook. Big tide there, at least for us, coming from Maryland, 3 to 4 foot tide here. There's a good 8 to 10 foot tide on the Delaware Bay. The mud is just the nastiest of muddy muds. And the old 18-foot polar craft with the Go Devil with the pop-up blind, with an Avery pop-up blind. Tom Matthews used to tell me that I was the third person to buy the Avery pop-up. But yeah, that all served me very, very well, and I have some really, really great memories, pictures, some bands, some collars of snow goose hunting. Greater snow geese right here in the Atlantic Flyway, a couple blues. The other day, I guess from the YouTube video, had somebody tell me that our blues weren't greater, but we've always called them greater. I know that they are huge. As compared to the Arkansas blues, our blue geese are very big. I guess I could say huge, yeah. So if you want to correct me or educate me or school me in this, please do so. And one way that you can do this, because obviously we can't really interact here on the podcast, but if you go over to patreon.com/Jeff Coates, when I post up this, phone's going off. When I post up this podcast, you're going to be able to leave a comment there. So that's one of the other reasons for breaking out and starting out the Patreon account, that you will, if you'd like to, you will get some critiquing. Sorry about that. I'm again doing a couple things here. Getting critiquing on that Molly's commercial. So the one you just heard, that may not be the final version. But back to Patreon. That's one of the reasons that we fired that up, is that it will be a place to be interactive. Not that you can't interact with us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, but specifically more to the podcast, the Pitboss Waterfowl podcast, episode 27, that you'll be able to interact much easier through Patreon. So, and check it out. Some of the stuff is unlocked, so you're able to scroll down through. Matter of fact, there's a lot of stuff unlocked that you don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a patron of ours to be able to view the profile and see what's already posted up on there. So, wow, I went right into a good transition without even. That was my next thing about interaction. So, yeah. So if you do go there, please. Again, I'm going to put this podcast will be there, however you're listening to it or looking at it, because it'll be on YouTube too. Well, obviously on YouTube you can leave comments below, but I want to know what can we change? What can I change? I say we because Karen has not been a huge part of the podcast yet, which is going to change. But what can we change up? What can we change up to make this, that I can make this better for you, and to be more enjoyable, to be more entertaining, to be easier listening to, if that's possible? What can we change? What topics? What are some good topics that we can come up with? And I want to get people involved with the podcast. So what people can I get for you to listen? I do have a little pool of people in my world of relationships that a lot of people rate my phone that possibly you'd find interesting. So throw out some names there to me. Throw out some topics there to me. And, I will do my best to get this going, because I am making more of an effort in the new year, and I do want to continue for the Pitboss podcast to grow. So that's all I got. I'm going to rush. I need to pack a bunch of decoys so I can get them shipped, some hooded sweatshirts to get shipped. It looks like I'm going to be tweaking a couple little things. Couple of little things on my radio commercial. Duke's coming up and bugging me. I'm sure you can hear some other noise in the background. I don't think I can hear Gam, my mother, from her room, but hopefully you can't. So, a very happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for taking time to tune into the Pitboss podcast, as Duke's almost in my face with his little nubby wagging. So he's a happy dog. It's not his lunchtime either, so he's got a little bit of time to eat. Wait if he's waiting to eat. So, all right, I'm rambling. Thank you very much for taking the time. This is a short episode, number 27 of the Pitboss podcast, but appreciate you tuning in. As always, thinking of you, we are.